Hello everyone, welcome back to Echo FX. All right, so it's a new week. Happy new month. Happy new week also. I hope this week is actually much more profitable than last month and last week also. All right, so we'll just be looking at what the market has for us this week. So let's quickly go into the fundamentals. All right, so before we fully go into the fundamentals, if you are yet to subscribe, please do so right about now. All right, so click on the subscribe button so you get more amazing videos. I mean, if you've been getting value from these videos at no costs, I mean, the least you could do is actually to click on the subscribe button. All right, so click on the subscribe button. Also, like the video, share with your friends. Yeah, share the video so that it can be of value to as much people as possible. And also put down a comment. Let us put down how the video has been helping you, how you, the best instrument you've been trading with that has been giving you money, that's giving you a lot of money. All right, so put it in the comment section so we do more of these videos and more of this analysis. All right, week in, week out. All right, so let's just go straight into the fundamentals for this week. All right, so this week is actually NFP week. Yeah, if you don't know what NFP means, NFP actually means non-farm payroll. It's the unemployment or employment data that's the United States releases on the first Friday of every month. All right, first Friday of every month. So this month or this Friday is actually the first Friday in the month of June. They'll be releasing their unemployment and employment change data for the month of May. All right. So let's just quickly just do a rundown from Monday. All right. So there's a whole lot of red folder here. So this week is going to be packed with whole lot of volatility. And trust me, volatility is the trader's friend. Yeah, because that's how we make the money. All right, that's how we make the money. All right, so from the US zone on Monday, which is tomorrow GMT plus one, we're having the final manufacturing PMI from the US zone. All right, also ISM manufacturing PMI also by 2:45 and 3 p.m. respectively. All right, so going into Tuesday from the Swiss zone, we have the CPI, their inflation. They're going to be releasing their inflation data also, and also the United States by 3 p.m. They'll be releasing their job openings for the month of May also. All right, so on Wednesday, GDP from the Australian zone, ADP unemployment rate change is actually going to be released also Wednesday by 1:15. Then the Bank of Canada, yeah, they'll be releasing their interest rate, all right, also. And the forecast is actually showing that they're going to drop down really or reduce that interest rate. And if that happens, trust me, we're going to be seeing Canadian dollar dropping. Well, it depends on the speech, all right? Depends on the speech to give us more clarity on either the Bank of Canada will be hawkish or will be dovish, all right? So let's just keep our eyes on that also. All right, so 3 p.m. that same day, the US zone ISM services PMI. And on Thursday, from the Eurozone also they'll be having their monetary policy statement, and they also are looking at reducing. I don't know, most banks are actually looking at cutting down interest rates, and trust me, that is going to bring a whole lot of volatility into the market. All right, so on the same Thursday 1 p.m. 1:30 rather, unemployment claims also. Then on Friday, Holy Grail NFP. Holy Grail NFP. All right. So NFP is on Friday by 1:30. But yeah, and also the Canadian zone will be releasing their unemployment change and unemployment rate data by the same 1:30 p.m. All right, so let's just go straight into the chat. So yeah, we'll be looking at US index. That's the first thing we always keep our eyes on because it gives us direction for the week. Yeah, it gives us direction for the week. As we all know, US is actually they had one aim that's really moves the market, right? So the US index is actually last week didn't really have a clear direction, all right? So it didn't really have a clear direction. It's still trading below this zone. This zone has actually been a major zone we've always been looking at. Last week, we're looking at taking sales from around this zone. Um, yeah, we're looking at taking sales from around this zone. We're looking for a push up and a a bearish close and to trade the market further down. And that happened. There was on This is on a daily time frame. All right, so price pushed into above that zone and closed back immediately, which shows that that is actually more or less like a fake out. And if you look at the closes, more or less, is market is giving a double top kind of formation, for further sales down, further sales to the downside. All right, so looking at this key level down here, all right. So looking at this key level down here is a level that we're looking at the market coming back to retest. Yeah, coming back to retest and gives us more or a clearer direction on what US index is actually doing. So we may see the US index a bearish dollar for the week. I mean, yeah, we may see a bearish dollar for the week. You just want to be careful, all right? So this is more like what I'm looking at. Let's go to 4 hours time frame to look at this clearly. Okay, so there was a breakout, a retest, and more or less like the market wants to continue pushing to the downside. So we would want to just see something like this, maybe a pullback into this level, then a bearish confirmation, and we look for sales down into this zone over here. All right, so this is what we want to be looking at. But if we see price breaking above these levels, definitely we just want to be patient for a clearer direction on the US index. Then we can know if we're going to come back down again, look for some bullish candle, and we trade US index back to the upside. All right, so basically this is for the US index. Let's go into Euro USD. All right, Euro USD was actually amazing last week. Yeah, everything we looked out actually played out nicely, and yeah, some cool money was made, and we're looking at making more again this week, definitely. All right, so last week we were looking at the US dollar pushing, or Euro USD pushing up into this resistance, this major daily resistance, and we were looking for some bearish close and a trade back into this zone over here. All right, this zone over here, which price respected here, broke above, tested once, pushed up. So this was more like a double top and a push down. So your USD has been more or less giving a range kind of vibes. All right, it's been in a range, just trading between, it has just been trading between 1.0882 and 1.0801. So it has just been trading between those two levels basically throughout last week. All right. So until there's a break above or below, we just keep taking buys from this zone here and sells from this zone as the market gives us those confirmations. So you can see the market is actually respecting this level again, and more or less the very high chance is going to push down into this zone at 1.0800. Yeah, 1.0800. So on the daily time frame, we just want to see more like a push up, or yeah, maybe a push up into this level and fell back down. Just we just want to see some bearish pressure from around here, then we can take ourselves down to this point. Or if the market just opens and keep pushing down, yeah, by tomorrow London session, we just want to look for some selling opportunities. Then we see some buying opportunities also trade it back up. So it's more or less, if market pushes up first, then we want to look for selling opportunities down here. But if it pushes down first into this zone, we want to look for buying opportunities over back to the stop. So market has just been a range. Obviously, you can see that it respected here, came back all the way down, respected this point, came all the way back up, respected here, came all the way back down, respected here, came all the way back up. All right, so it has just been doing that over and over again. And I mean, we may just want to follow through and just continue shorting from resistance and long and taking long positions from this demand zone over here. All right, so basically that's what we'll be looking at for Euro USD until there's a break below or above. Then we'll just keep buying at support and selling from resistance basically. All right, so let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD also was actually an amazing instrument, was actually very, very amazing. All right, we looked at Euro USD or GBP USD from a very major important level, and we're actually looking at it from this point and trading it back up to this level over here. Yeah, this is what we looked at for last week. So we're looking at it trading back into this level and looking for some sell position back down here. right? So GBPUSD was actually amazing also last week. So it's actually still in a range, but over the long time or over the long run, we can see that it has been making higher highs. All right, clearly it has been making higher highs and higher lows. So GBPUSD is actually still in a strong uptrend. All right, so if we see GBPUSD break below this level, then definitely we're going to see a further push down into this level over here. Although this is on the daily time frame, we'll just break it down on the lower time frame. So we're going to see we'll see GBP USD pushing back down into this level. But if there's a break above, definitely we see GBP USD retesting these highs over here. Yeah, see retesting those highs over there. It's gonna be good money, right? So on the 4 hours time frame, let's quickly look at it. All right, so it's also still giving a range vibe like Euro USD. You know, it's respected this level, traded up back here, came back down, respected here, and it's pushing back up. The GBP USD also is actually pushing all the way to the upside. All right, so I'm looking more bullish on GBP USD than being bearish. So for tomorrow, I want to see a little push back down here, more or less a push back down here, and a continuation to the upside. So I see it just have to look for some bullish opportunities over here. Then I can trade GBPUSD back into this resistance up here. All right, and that is actually cool money. All right, that's actually cool money. So basically, that is what I want to see on GBPUSD. But if there's a break below, then I may just have to be patient for a more clarity on GBPUSD. But I'm actually more bullish. You can, obviously you have seen it with me from the daily time frame. Also on the 4 hours, that daily PUSD has been creating new highs consistently. All right, has been creating new highs, new highs, new highs, new highs. So this is maybe more like a retracement into this demand zone, and we see a continuation back to the upside. So just be careful, just look carefully for a sell-off, for tomorrow, during the Asian zone into this level over here. Then during London, if we see some bullish opportunities over here, what I mean by bullish opportunity means if there's a bullish candle close at this zone, then definitely want to go long. That is, want to buy GBP USD back into this resistance over here. All right, and that's good money. So let's go into USD card. So USD card, we also looked at USD card last week, and we're looking for buying opportunities. So definitely, it's actually sold, but and sold all the way back down. So it was actually good money. Trust me, that was good money last week. So obviously, we're looking at it selling into this support over here. All right, let's just quickly mark it out. Yeah, we're looking at it selling first into the support and looking for some buying opportunities. But if you carefully look at um USD card, it's actually creating more like a pattern here, like lower highs into the support, and it's a bearish chart pattern. All right, it's a bearish chart pattern. You can see this is a high. This high is lower than this high lower than this high lower than this high lower than this. All right, so it's more or less like the bullish momentum is reducing, like it's reducing. So it's more or less looking like USD card is about to break out to the downside. Want to break out to the downside. So that would be more like my favorite. Yeah, that would be more or less what I'll be looking out for. I'll be more bearish on USD card, right? And before I do that, I want to see a break back below. So easy, you can just look for a breakout and use your pending orders below this level. Trust me, below this support level over here. All right, you want to just take your pending orders at 1.358, somewhere around that zone, just below this level. Then looking at it trading back, down into some of these levels here. Yeah, into some of these levels over here, out here. So basically, yeah, and that's what I have for USD card. Nothing too complicated. Yeah, nothing too complicated. That would be the best bet on USD card. A break out of this zone, because if you're trading, you want to buy, yeah, you can make money if it comes back into this level. Obviously, you can make money, but you want to be sure that okay, it's going to still push up before we go into a buy before we break out. But like I said, I'll be more bearish because on the daily time frame, it's giving me that bearish vibes. All right, it's giving me that bearish chart pattern coming into the market from daily time frame, and is actually selling off or is respecting this major resistance level over here. You can see it. You can see how we respected this major daily level, and from that level, it has actually been pushing further down and down and down and down. Right, the bullish momentum has actually been reducing from this resistance zone. Right, I hope you can see what I'm saying. Right, so I'll be more or less waiting for a close or a breakout of this zone down here, then I can take my sales targeting this level over here. All right, so let's go to commodities quickly, which is let's look at oil WTI. So oil has actually been in a range. All right, if you've been watching the video or watching this weekly analysis, you actually support the fact that oil has actually been in a range for a long period of time, especially on the daily time frame. You can see this rate has been consolidated, right? It has been consolidating over a long period of time for months now, right? For close to 2 months, if I'm not making a mistake. Yeah, okay, over a month actually, over a month. Over a month and a week, it has just been ranging or massively. So once it breaks out, trust me, the breakout is going to be long term. But if you have to look at it, it's just the same thing like Euro US is doing. So buy from resistance, sell, buy from support, rather sell from resistance, buy from support, sell from resistance. So if it breaks out below this resistance level, definitely you want to take your sales down to some of these levels here. All right, some of these levels down here. Well, it doesn't really pay off per se because it's actually small. So the breakout will be more favorable to the upside, honestly, because you have more room to trade into these levels and into this one. But if there's a breakout of all of this zone, you may see oil WTI coming back down to around $71 per barrel. Yeah, $71 per barrel. So oil WTI, one way you can actually trade it is to look for some buying opportunity around this level, up back here, and some selling opportunity back down here. Yeah, you can also just keep doing that until there's a clear breakout of those levels, either to the upside or to the downside. All right, so let's look at GBP JPY also. So GBP JPY has actually obviously been very, very, very bullish. All right, very bullish, has been very, very bullish. And there's only one thing I'm going to say, although there was a retracement from this level. You see this, let's go to 4 hours, it's actually clearer. You can see this level over here. Yeah, this highs. Yeah, there was a retreat. So GBPY retreated from around the 200.5 level. All right, there was a retreat, but it regained back on Friday. Yeah, it regained all of those retreats back on Friday. So for GBP DPY, basically if this trend wants to continue, you can see that it has been strongly making higher highs, right? Strongly making higher highs, creating new highs. If this is going to continue, one thing I expect is a breakout of this zone. Like once it breaks out to somewhere around 201, yes, 201, then definitely you want to look for buying opportunities. Yes, buying opportunities to around maybe 21.50 or 202 level. Yeah. So definitely if there's a breakout, I mean it's clear that price just created um another high, all right, another I think that's a 6 months or a 2 years high thereabouts. I can't really remember, all right, but it's going to create a new high and we want to take advantage of that and keep chasing or keep following the market. I mean the trend is your friend. You understand, the trend is your friend, so you don't want to be trading against the trend, you want to be trading with the trend so that you can take advantage and make some good money. All right, so a breakout to the upside, that's my favorite here. A breakout to the upside, you can actually take your buys and keep buying GBP JPY to around 202 and even 203 if possible. All right, so let's just follow through with that. So lastly, let's look at US 100. All right, so US 100 has actually didn't really have a good week last week. All right, didn't really have a good week last week, and that came as a result of some strength in the dollar. All right, some strength in the dollar, which made US 100 to actually retreat from its all-time high. All right, it retreated from its all-time high, but still looking at what is happening, there was a sell-off, but on Friday towards the close of market, there was actually a strong um regain. All right, so US 100 actually regained, massively on like the last daily or trading hours of Friday. All right, and actually regained massively. But you can see it has been giving more like a vibe of lower lows, even from the hourly time frame, lower lows. But it could just be more like a retracement. So one thing I'm going to look at for US 100 is if it breaks out of this level, right? If it breaks out first, I may just be waiting for a retracement back into this level. Then I can look for some buying opportunities back to the upside here. Yeah, to keep buying US 100 basically. But if that doesn't happen, then we see US 100 coming back to the downside. If you look at it from the 4 hour time frame, you can see how it has been making new highs, new highs, new highs, new highs. Now it created equal highs. This should actually, or this retracement was meant to produce a new high. But what happened? It struggled around this level. Instead, created a what? A low, a lower low actually. So this is more like a high, a low, a higher low, or yeah, a higher low, and sorry, a lower high and a lower low, right? So that is more like a bearish trend. When you see consecutive lower highs and lower lows, it breaks a bearish trend. But so that's the kind of vibe US 100 is giving now. But any which way, we just want to be careful because the trend has actually been very very strong. All right, this is not the first time it has created some retracement, lower lows, and it regained back to the uptrend. So we just want to be careful. If there's a breakout back of this zone, we want to wait for a retracement to take our buys back to the upside, and if not, we want to just wait for this load to be taken out, for a new load to be created. If you There was a video we created, we had last week, or we uploaded last week. It was actually a trend trading video. All right, so if you had to use that same strategies to trade US 100, you just want to put your pending orders below this low to take advantage of a new low that may be created. All right, so and if you want to watch that video, you just need to go back to, or go to the last video we actually uploaded to rewatch it. Is a trend trading, in fact, it's the best trading strategy that you would need at this time in the market. All right, so also we've come to an end of this weekly overview. Please do also subscribe, share with your friends. Don't enjoy all of this money alone. All right, so share with your friends, like, put down a comment so that you can have more of these videos. All right, so if there are instruments you want us to also look at, if there are instruments you want us to analyze, also please put down in the comment section so that we can look at it when we have our analysis for next week. All right, so thank you guys, thank you everyone. Have a profitable trading week. All right, stay safe and actually have a profitable week. Bye.